Today's sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold-out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he returns this to the 22. Jackson quickly out to Watkins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. On the return, here's Agnew. There he goes, left side. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Play action, it's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hall. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Lawrence to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And Lambeau can't hook this one back in. It's no good. Wide to the right. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Josh Allen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll find Hall. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
6. A gain of 7. And
here's a give to ETN. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 39, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devon Hamilton, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson eluding the pressure, and the pressure gets to him again. Devon Hamilton able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Jackson. Now he's forced out right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Agnew now to return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On play action, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down. A handoff for ETN. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Sharks got it, left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. Jackson. Flushed out right. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 36. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The kick by Lambeau is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. A give to Etienne running right. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Here's Lawrence to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Lawrence to Chenault for a Jaguar first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Etienne once more. Gets past one man and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 53 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. Not much there, only a yard. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll run. It's Etienne. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 14. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They go play action with Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 10-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Another run here with Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this 3rd quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen. And it sets up a third down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
The Jaguars on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. This is something that we saw quite a bit at Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time. They go play action with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Lawrence will throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Play action. It's Lawrence. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On play action, Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, A lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Now it's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 45. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now we'll get whistles and that signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A final shot now for Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So, Charles,